Becoming a billionaire is not just about amassing wealth, it's about cultivating a specific mindset, one that is focused on big thinking, long-term vision, and strategic decision-making. The way billionaires think sets them apart from the average person, and adopting this mindset is one of the first steps toward extraordinary success. While many people dream of becoming rich, billionaires look beyond money. They think in terms of impact, innovation, and legacy. The first key element of a billionaire's mindset is their long-term vision. Billionaires are not caught up in the day-to-day challenges that most of us face. Instead, they are laser-focused on where they want to be in the future, often decades down the line. Whether it's Elon Musk dreaming of making humanity a multiplanetary species or Jeff Bezos envisioning Amazon as the largest company in the world, billionaires have a unique ability to project their ideas into the future. This long-term thinking allows them to make bold decisions that others would hesitate to make. For example, investing millions in a new business idea or pursuing unconventional solutions that may take years to bear fruit. While most people are concerned with immediate gains, billionaires are thinking about the next generation, positioning themselves for a future that transcends their own lifetime. The next crucial element is relentless focus. Billionaires do not get distracted easily. They know what they want and are willing to work tirelessly toward their goals. Focus for them is more than just concentration, it's about consistently aligning every action with their overarching mission. When you look at the lives of successful billionaires, you'll find that they rarely waver from their path. Steve Jobs, for example, was notorious for his obsessive focus on Apple's products and vision. He didn't get sidetracked by short-term trends or other distractions. Instead, he poured his energy into creating products that would change the world. This level of discipline and focus requires a deep commitment to personal growth and the willingness to eliminate anything that doesn't serve your long-term objectives. Calculated risk-taking is another cornerstone of the billionaire mindset. Billionaires are not afraid of taking risks, but they are strategic about it. They understand that risk is an inherent part of growth, and they calculate their moves carefully. Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in the world, is known for his calculated approach to risk. He only invests in businesses he understands and believes in, demonstrating how important it is. Billionaires are masters of long-term vision. They don't just think about the next quarter or even the next year, they have a broad perspective that spans decades. They understand that success isn't built overnight and that achieving greatness requires sustained effort, foresight, and patience. One of the defining characteristics of a billionaire's mindset is their ability to focus on the future while staying grounded in the present. For them, it's about taking strategic actions today that will lead to enormous rewards down the road. Think about Elon Musk, for instance. His vision of a sustainable future, where humanity becomes a multiplanetary species, is one that stretches beyond his lifetime. Similarly, Jeff Bezos envisioned a world where Amazon wasn't just an online retailer but a global force that would revolutionize how we live, work, and shop. When Bezos founded Amazon in 1994, he was already thinking about how it could become the go-to platform for everything. From books to groceries to cloud computing. His long-term vision drove every decision at Amazon, from investing heavily in new technologies to expanding globally. The most successful billionaires understand that the market is always evolving, and to stay ahead, you need to anticipate what's coming next. They see what others don't and have the courage to take bold risks to make their vision a reality. For example, in the early stages of Tesla, many people thought Elon Musk was simply chasing a futuristic fantasy by betting on electric cars. Yet, Musk's unwavering belief in a sustainable future propelled Tesla forward, despite initial challenges and skepticism. That long-term vision not only led to one of the world's most valuable companies but also helped shape the global shift toward renewable energy. For billionaires, long-term vision isn't just about financial gain, it's about creating an enduring legacy. Whether it's creating new industries, solving global problems, or disrupting existing systems, billionaires think in terms of impact. Warren Buffett, for instance, has always been focused on creating value for the long term. His investment strategy revolves around buying businesses with strong, sustainable competitive advantages that can continue to grow for years. He looks beyond the short-term fluctuations of the stock market and instead seeks investments that align with his overarching long-term goals. This ability to maintain focus on a long-term vision is often what separates billionaires from others. They are willing to make sacrifices in the present, understanding that the payoff will come in the future. It requires a deep sense of patience and persistence, something that isn't. Relentless focus and discipline are two of the most powerful habits that define billionaires. While many people are distracted by the chaos of everyday life, billionaires know how to tune out the noise and stay relentlessly focused on their objectives. This ability to direct their attention and energy toward a single goal, without being sidetracked, is what sets them apart from those who merely dream of success. Billionaires don't just set goals, they focus on them with unwavering intensity, eliminating anything that doesn't serve their purpose. When you look at the lives of successful billionaires like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and Mark Zuckerberg, you realize that their extraordinary achievements were not the result of a single lucky break but of a lifetime of intense focus on their vision. Take Steve Jobs, for example. He didn't get distracted by competing ideas or by external pressure to conform. He focused on creating an exceptional product and experience, and this unwavering commitment to excellence was a major factor in Apple's success. Jobs was famously known for his perfectionism and his relentless pursuit of innovation. He wasn't content with just making products, he wanted to make products that would change the world. His laser-like focus on this goal drove Apple to redefine entire industries, from computers and smartphones to music and television. Focus is not just about working hard, it's about working smart. It's about choosing the right tasks and priorities that align with your long-term vision. Successful billionaires understand that they must direct their efforts toward what matters most and avoid getting bogged down in things that don't contribute to their ultimate goals. Whether it's investing in the right opportunities or refining their products, billionaires remain focused on the long-term results. Discipline plays a critical role in maintaining that focus. While many people may start strong with their ambitions, discipline is what keeps them on track when obstacles arise. Billionaires cultivate a strict sense of discipline in both their personal and professional lives, which allows them to achieve their goals despite the inevitable challenges and setbacks. They understand that success is a marathon, not a sprint, and they build their habits around consistent, incremental progress. Warren Buffett, for example, has consistently followed his disciplined investment approach for decades. He avoids being swayed by market trends or One of the most defining traits of billionaires is their willingness to take risks, but not recklessly. They understand that, to achieve exceptional success, they must venture outside their comfort zones and take calculated risks. However, the key difference between billionaires and others is that they don't take risks blindly. Instead, they carefully analyze potential rewards and weigh them against possible downsides. This strategic approach to risk-taking is a hallmark of their mindset. Billionaires like Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, and Richard Branson have all made monumental decisions that involved significant risks, but each did so after thoroughly evaluating the potential outcomes and having a clear strategy in place. Elon Musk's decision to invest his own money into Tesla and SpaceX, for example, was a massive risk. When he made those bets, both companies were on the brink of failure, and many people doubted their long-term viability. Yet Musk, driven by his long-term vision for sustainable energy and interplanetary exploration, understood the risks and believed the reward outweighed them. His gamble paid off, making him one of the wealthiest individuals in the world today. Musk's story exemplifies how billionaires are willing to put everything on the line when they believe in their vision and are confident in their plan. However, this doesn't mean that billionaires are reckless. They make risk-taking a calculated part of their success strategy. Warren Buffett, for example, is known for his cautious approach to risk. He famously avoids making investments unless he is certain about a company's long-term potential. Buffett's rule is to only invest in businesses he thoroughly understands, which helps him avoid the high-risk investments that others might jump into without proper evaluation. This disciplined approach to risk is one of the reasons he has achieved such consistent success over decades. Being smart about risk also involves knowing when to pivot or back out of a decision if it no longer aligns with your strategy or if the risks become too great. Billionaires are not afraid to adjust course when necessary. They embrace the idea of calculated risk-taking, where the potential for failure is weighed against the possible rewards, and the necessary steps are taken to mitigate that risk. It's not about avoiding risk entirely, but about managing and controlling it in a way that maximizes opportunities for success. Another key aspect of embracing risk is the understanding that failure is often a part of the process. Billionaires don't fear failure. One of the most consistent habits of billionaires is their commitment to lifelong learning. Billionaires never stop acquiring knowledge, whether it's through reading books, attending seminars, hiring mentors, or simply seeking out new experiences. The pursuit of knowledge is seen as a continuous process, not something that ends once they've achieved success. For them, learning is not just about gaining new information but about staying ahead of the curve and adapting to a constantly changing world. Take Bill Gates, for instance, who famously reads about 50 books a year. He believes that reading helps him gain diverse insights into various fields, from technology and business to health and politics. Gates has stated that he sees books as a window into the minds of the greatest thinkers, allowing him to expand his knowledge and refine his ideas. This constant learning has helped him stay relevant in an ever-evolving industry. Similarly, Warren Buffett has often spoken about the power of knowledge and how he spends a significant portion of his day reading. In fact, Buffett reads over 500 pages a day, delving into annual reports, financial documents, and books. This relentless focus on learning is one of the reasons Buffett has remained one of the most successful investors for over half a century. By continuously expanding his knowledge, he can make informed decisions and spot investment opportunities that others might miss. But lifelong learning isn't just about reading or consuming information passively, it's also about actively seeking new experiences and challenges. Entrepreneurs like Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Group, continuously push themselves out of their comfort zones by trying new ventures, taking on risky challenges, and engaging with diverse industries. Branson's ability to learn through direct involvement. Whether it's his expeditions in ballooning or exploring space with Virgin Galactic, illustrates how learning from experience is just as important as formal education. In addition to personal learning, billionaires often surround themselves with experts and mentors who can help them expand their understanding and provide guidance in areas they may not be well versed in. Steve Jobs, for example, surrounded himself with some of the most innovative minds in the tech industry, constantly seeking feedback and insight to push Apple forward. He understood that no single person can know everything and that collaboration and seeking expertise from others is essential to growth. For billionaires, learning is a competitive advantage. In a world where technology, markets, and industries are constantly evolving, staying informed is critical to maintaining an edge. They are early adopters of new technologies, and they're always looking for ways to innovate and improve. By maintaining a mindset of continuous improvement, billionaires are able to adapt to changes, make better decisions, and find new ways to stay ahead of their competition.